Got the lights. Boys, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We got 5. We're poised. We are away. Gary's waving his flag like a trooper. And a little bit slow off the line there was Mark Brown. It's Dan Wareham gets a little side. Has got a little bit of a train in front of him here. As we get on board with Rob Sutherland in his pursuit of Ben Evans and Tony Lamb. Jonathan Brown not too far either. Just want to watch where people take their lines. Now they'll take a little bit wider, get it down geared early, get it nose tucked into them apexes, drive it out the corner. It's easier said than done when you're talking about it, but when you're sat in it, it's a completely different story. The lights. Boys, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We got 5. We're poised. We are away. Gary's waving his flag like a trooper. And a little bit slow off the line there was Mark Brown. As Dan Wareham gets a little side. Has got a little bit of a train in front of him here. As we get on board with Rob Sutherland in his pursuit of Ben Evans and Tony Lamb. Jonathan Brown not too far either. Just want to watch where people take their lines. Now they'll take a little bit wider, get it down geared early, get it nose tucked into them apexes, drive it out the corner. It's easier said than done when you're talking about it, but when you're sat in it, it's a completely different story. The lights. Boys, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We got 5. We're poised. We are away. Gary's waving his flag like a trooper. And a little bit slow off the line there was Mark Brown. As Dan Wareham gets a little side. Has got a little bit of a train in front of him here. As we get on board with Rob Sutherland in his pursuit of Ben Evans and Tony Lamb. Jonathan Brown not too far either. Just want to watch where people take their lines. Now they'll take a little bit wider, get it down geared early, get it nose tucked into them apexes, drive it out the corner. It's easier said than done when you're talking about it, but when you're sat in it, it's a completely different story. Hello everybody and welcome to the GR86 League, brought to you by Tanzo Racing Group. It is finals night here at Donnington Park. This group is brought to you by Tanzo Racing Group, as I said, season 6, and it's coming down to the wire here this evening at Donnington Park, sponsored by Clark and St James for promoting small businesses across multiple platforms, and telemetry for all your racing Delta needs. They have got you covered. So, the points. Let's go through the pro drivers first. Eric Ronenberg is leading the way on 416 points. Then Ryan Dudley on 396. Now, Ryan Dudley will need a couple of victories here this evening around Donnington Park to stand a chance of winning the league and Open. Eric Ronenberg finishes down the order somewhat, mate. And Daniel Wareham is in third place on 352. Lee Rylands on 343. Mr. Kostrick is on 288, Tony Lamb on 184, Darryl Morrison on 168, Mark Proctor on 108, Raz Harper is on 98, Tom Bland is on 76, Dan Burtish is on 64, Jamie Allen on 54, and Aaron Kirby is on 52 points, rounding out the pro drivers. And then we head into the AMS, and it's Peter Woodmore leading the way by some good 30 points, 38 points, is on 401. And 31 points above Adrian Hadfield on 379, Chris Forbes on 311, Sean Clark on 281, John Johnston on 250, Joshua Simon on 203, Dave Clark is on 186, Michael Elms is on 67, James Smith 65, Andy West on 60, Kevin Randall on 58. I did do one race because I had to get the comms for it, as you do. And Taz Webber, where the Razzmatazz came from, is on 46 points. So it's going to go down to the wire. And speaking of down to the wire, Ryan Dudley showing his intent already. Mr. Simtech himself in the 115 machine is putting in 117.39. He's got a down wear in between him and his title rival there, shall I say. Eric Ronenberg's had a couple of victories around this season as well. Certainly a driver to watch out for around this touring car circuit, Donington Park. Throughout the season, we've seen people on the roofs, we've seen people away with the Furies, often in the Netherlands, and Peter Woodmore as well, who's had a good season, good season in the AMS. He's putting in 119s, so pace to find in the Whip Room machine. It has been an excellent season. It's been really good to commentate on as well, but it's the usual suspects in the top three. I can't see the new guy who was in the AMS and lighting up the boards, Michael Gordon, but it is Ryan Dudley leading the way. We have literally got about 13 minutes before qualifying gets underway. So let's go and see if we can get into the... I'll tell you what I want to do. We'll talk about Season 7. We'll get Season 7 in. Let me bring up the info that I need. So Season 7, it starts on the 7th of January. Summit Point is the first race. And then the 14th of January, they are at Alton Park without Britons. On the 21st of January, we've got Watkins Glen Boot. And the 28th of January is Virginia International Raceway North Course. And then they are at, on the 4th of February, is the Red Bull GP. The 11th of February is Interlagos, and the final night will be held on the 18th of February at Daytona. So yeah, it was will be really good, tight league as well. Some of them tracks are twisty, and test a couple of the drivers. The winners throughout the leagues this season will receive prize money. I'll just get it up in the chat because Mr. Johnston did tell me the person that finishes first in the league will win £25, second will get 15, and third will get 10. Also the same for the AM drivers, not just the pro drivers, it's for the AM drivers as well. And donated by Clark and St James and Telemetry. So if you're looking for some iRacing cadoodle, there is something worth racing for. So £25. A couple of hours work, it's not too bad, is it? Setting your sim rig, earning cash while you race, you love it. You absolutely love it. So, the AMS, top 3, 25, 15, 10. Same as the pros, 25, 15 and 10. Brought to you by Clark St James and Telemetry, the sponsors as well. Great little boost, shall we say. 23 temps over Rylands, Dudley here in practice so far. We've been saying it all season, practice is one thing, but qualifying is another, so is the race after that. We have got pit lane on. We have got the pit lane on this season. Let's get into the group if we can, just to see how they're feeling about the race this evening. Let's get in the chat. Hello to the boys. Good evening, boys. How are we all doing this evening? You all good?
Evening, Kev.
Okay.
Are we looking forward to this one? What?
As always.
Oh, Mr. Proctor's looking forward to it, boys and girls. I certainly am around here. First time I've seen Donnington with the lights on. Gonna be a good scrap around here. Oh yeah. Been an exciting season. It's been very good. Who's your bets on this evening? I think it's going to be a close one between the top three. Ryan Dudley, 8 Ronenberg. I think Mr. Woodmore might have a bit of a big gap for the other drivers to calm him down. So he's got 31 point gap over Adrian Hadfield so far, so a lot to do. Let's just tighten out. Oh, the microphone nearly fell on my knee. Did anyone get the update? There's an update. It took me about 20 minutes to do the update this evening.
Yeah, it's just took me ages to do it though.
I was like, wow, how big is it?
About the same, 20 minutes as well.
Yeah. Like mental. Just for a couple of tracks and cars.
Yeah.
Absolutely mental. I had to double check with the governor. I said it is 8 o'clock the lobby opens, isn't it? And 8:30 the qualifying.
It's all that fancy new grass for Okayama. That's what was the update.
Oh, is that what it is?
3 hours to do mine.
Yeah, 3D grass or something.
Oh, right.
Knocks your FPS for shit as well.
Oh. Well, you heard that here first.
Looks good if you end up on your roof, though.
We've seen a few of them this season.
Yeah, you can't eat it.
Yeah, no. Definitely not. Well, boys, I'm going to let you concentrate and crack on. We're just going to head into practice in qualifying in about 8 minutes. So, have a good race and I'll come back to you a little later on.
Okay, Gab.
Have a good one, boys. Well, they're pretty quiet. They're pretty tuned in. They're pretty ready to go. Let's just go through, see what we are looking at right about now. So, what track temps have we got? We're a pretty decent 19 degrees, 54% chance of rain. It's partly cloudy with a 2-mile-an-hour crosswind. So, I don't see that being much of an issue around this Donnington Park circuit. So, yeah, I think we're pretty good. We're pretty good for that. We've got a Delta board up there as well. Duds against Wareham. Pretty evenly matched so far. Separated by 63 thousandths of a second. Duds at first and Daniel in third. Oh, Ronenberg's took first place. Oh yeah. Gonna be a tight one. Finals night, Donnington Park. Brought to you by Tanzo Racing Group. Sponsored by Clarkson, James and Telemetry. And there's cash in the bank as well for the winners. Certainly we're going to be tasty. Let's get a look at the governor himself. Here he is. Currently best lap is a 1:20.63. Last time around was a 1:21.96. Pretty tasty indeed is the governor. And practice, so I believe that is Ryan Dudley behind him there in the Simtech machine as well. Getting a nice slipstream as you do. Next season 5 sponsor was Next Generation RP as well, so got sponsors there and thereabouts as well as Tanzo Racing Group. We have got an intro for season 7, which we will do between the break, in a 5-minute break. So I'm certainly looking forward to see that. I haven't seen it myself yet. So certainly looking forward to that one, boys and girls. Definitely. There's Mr. Proctor. 117.9. He's done a 118.42 last time around in the M&M sponsored machine. He's looking forward to tonight. Currently sitting in 7th place in practice, but 12 cars on the track so far. 5 minutes to go. I'm absolutely looking forward to this. Really been good. Really have enjoyed this season. It's been a pleasure to commentate on the GR86s. Really has. Been an absolute roller coaster, shall we say. Although my commentary is somewhat orthodox compared to most out there, we'll just call it as we see it and we grab it on as we do. We absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. This video will go across multiple networks as well, and then it will go onto the Tanzo Racing Group's YouTube page as well. So be sure to check Tanzo Racing Group YouTube page out. We'd really appreciate that. Get up there, get a like, subscribe on there as well for all their videos and all upcoming events as well. We really appreciate that. Or head over to Discord if you're looking to get involved in these races. Tanzo Racing Group on Discord, and Tanzo Racing Group on Facebook. Or www.tanzoracing.co.uk on their webpage. Yeah, get involved, we really appreciate it. Last season's prize was iRacing Flagline. This season, the racing for cash, like we say, it's £25 for first when you finish the season, and it's £15 for second, £10 for third place. And the same with the AM drivers as well, they get exactly the same. And I do believe that Mr. Woodmore might go into the Pro League. I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on it. He wins the AMS tonight, which is leading by 31 points over... he might go in the Pro League. I think that's how it works. One may never know. May never know, but leading the way. Mr. Consistent himself in the... fluorescent pink GR86, Eric Ronenberg had a fantastic season. Big clamping of the curbs there as well on these. Oh yeah, these cars, the suspension on these cars is soft, and it means soft. One mistake in these cars, it will snap you, it will twist you, it will break you. Auto repair is on as well, so no damage on these. All that flat out racing in the GR86 league. So yeah, just that simple. Arrive and drive for cash. And then everybody wants to message out. It's a good job it's before qualifying, isn't it? Yes, East League Veterans today was our, I won't say title decider match, but one of our main title rivals. Big game today, and we ended up losing 2-0, which I was quite disheartened about, because now all the players that we thought were big team players or big game players absolutely got called out today and was nowhere to be seen in the middle of the park. Let me down just a little. But yeah, it was one of them. It was one of them games.
I got that wrong one.
So, who's your bets on? Who's your money on? Eric Ronenberg currently leading the pros, and Ryan Dudley by a smidgen of points as well. Well, I say a smidgen. Let's go back and have another gander at the points just so we can be sure. Eric Ronenberg's on 416. Ryan Dudley is on 396. Then Dan Wareham is 54 points off Eric Ronenberg. So, well, I'll say 50. 64 points off. So I should have stayed at school. A big ask for Dan Wareham. A couple of disconnects might do him a favour or bring him close to, but you know, don't miss out on anyone. But Ryan Dudley and 8 Ronenberg fight this evening, and I think Peter Woodmore has got it in the bag. He's just got to finish. So we shall see. We shall see. There's Ryan Dudley caught in the pits. Dan Wareham. Season 5 jam. Thought it would have rolled out again this season. Edit Watkins Glen Drive to Survive race, shall we say. He was down the order in the reverse grid race, but then just did enough with a couple of laps to go to claim victory by 3 points last season. And his rival then was Ryan Dudley, his Simtech team racing mate. So, all to play for. I wouldn't want to call it, to be honest, because I know these boys are pretty tasty. Well, just about a couple of seconds to go now before qualifying starts. It's going to be a tasty affair, this race. 20 minutes for race 1, 25 minutes for first grid race for race 2. Going to be door to door, nose to tail, and somebody will go away with the theories. I wouldn't want to call it myself. I wouldn't want to call it, but we're going to stick around, watch the top 3 in quali, and then we'll keep an eye on Peter Woodmore as well. There's Lee Rylands and Michael Elves. 8 Ronenberg's now leaving the pit lane. We shall see. They'll come onto the circuit. And already cold tyres out the pits and around he goes. So 8 Ronan, and again turn 1, catching a few out early on, trying to gun it out the corner, not quite working. So we've seen 2 already go off. That's just on their out lap. Just on their out lap. Have a look on her Joe. I haven't been around this circuit before, but we'll see just what kind of input he's got. I'm saying that we have done Donnington Park before. It is a little tasty affair. I do like this sector on this circuit. It's pretty flowing. Get it right. Hit all your apexes. Let the car naturally run wide. Don't have to fight it too much. Get your braking done and your gearing selection done on the crest. Hit that apex nice and sweet. Let the car run wide. Green tanks third gear as well. Gonna redline it, there you go, straight into 4th gear, down the straight we go. Instead of going through the left-hander, we're gonna go right all the way through. Big chicane, big clumping of the curve there as well as we start our flying lap. And it will be, I do believe, the first one across the line as well to set a flying lap. So, get him underway. Let's add that SDK. That's been annoying me all season. That corner will catch a few drivers out as well. We can get that corner right, get a good exit off turn 1. You are more or less set up for the next sequence of corners. To lift and dab here. Might want to down gear just once. There you go, into 3rd gear. Let the car run wide again. Red lines it up into 4th. Foot firmly planting through the sweepers. Keeps it out wide, just down 1 gear, makes that apex nice. As sweet as you like. We get 3 laps around here as well. Everybody else now is out on the circuit. Ryan Dudley as well is on the circuit. Pete Woodmore is on the circuit. Mark Proctor has had a little excursion. He was doing 117s, 118s. Big clumping of the curve as well. We've seen it happen before, and he put him in the pit wall there as well in practice. And on board, what does that do? That's a 116.99. A 116.99. What have the rest got in the bag? Peter Woodmore comes in. The guy sitting in the pan seat. In the AM seats, he is there. He's done a 120.0. Dan Wareham moves up into 3rd place with 117.46. Where is Ryan Dudley? Dudley yet to put a time in. on his. This will be his time lap right now. It is close qualifying. You do have the track to yourself. Good luck to all the drivers, especially Big JT and Sean. There's James B. Thank you very much, bud. So, 1:16.99 to be. That's a pretty tasty lap from 8 Ronenberg. Got to be said. But we know what these Simtech racing boys are like. Dan Burtish goes into second place. 1:17.11, going down Wareham by 3 tenths. Ryan Dudley planting it through the right left, heading down the start finish straight. What does that do for Ryan Dudley? Comes in to 1:17.30. So as it stands in the first round of qualifying, it is 8 Ronenberg winning out on that one. Ryan Dudley only down there in third at 1:17.30. Dan Burton stays second. Mark Proctor then moves up into Dan Wareham, coming in, taking pole position there as it sits with a 1:16.86. Pushes Ryan Dudley down to fourth. Lee Rylands in fifth on a 1:17.80. Mark Proctor 1:18.11 in sixth. Adrian Hadfield on a 1:18.13 in the NGR machine. Not better in that time. Stays as is. His first lap was quicker than his second lap. Yeah. And Peter Woodmore is down in 8th on a 1:18.87. I don't think he needs to push or be pressurised throughout this race. I think he's got it in the bag. Tony Lamb in the Toto Wolf machine is in 9th place. John Johnston is in 10th. Sean Clark in the 1:22.4s. Sean Clark St James livery, sponsors of the Tanzania GR86 league, and putting money up as well for the top 3 winners in both leagues as well. And Michael Elms yet to put a lap in of Team Fanatec. This is a time lap, I do believe. Moves yourself up into top 10 on a 1:19.36. Dan Wareham is leading the way so far. Nope, not better at that time. Ryan Dudley, what has Ryan Dudley got to offer? He knows what he's got to. Ryan Dudley's going to need at least a victory here this evening around Donnington to stand any chance of a title. Missed out last season by 3 points. Just 3 points. I know he's lost the title to 1 point. Oh, he's running it too wide there. It's a little wide on the grass again. No, not finishing a lap, onto the pits. I do believe that may be his qualifying over with a few minutes left to go. Dan Wareham, keeping his tyres warm. 1:17 or 1:16 and a 1:29 last time around. Going to be very, very close. I'm top 5, less than a second. That will be tight. Nose to tail driving, and I know they've got it in the bag to keep it nice and clean as well. Big bang of the curbs for Dan Wareham. Had an exceptional season last season. He's had a good season this season. He's had a few offs. Probably cost him a few points as well, but what would have been. Still got 2 and a bit minutes left of this qualifying session. Everybody else is done and ready to go. I'm certainly ready for this. I hope you are too. Wow. Let's get ourselves plugged in and wired up. Make sure everything is tickety-boo. As we watch Dan Wareham, just keeping his tyres warm. 1:16.86 for Dan Wareham, a 1:16.88 for 8 Ronenberg, and a 1:17.11 for Dan Burtish, and Ryan Dudley a 1:17.30. Lee Rylands is in the mix as well, with 1:17.64 as it sits. I think it's going to stay that way as well. And it is it, as you see it on the screen. Nobody else can beat any of them. And just to run through that, it is 8 Ronenberg leading the championship on 416 points from Ryan Dudley on 396, Dan Williams on 352, Lee Riders on 343, Scott Kostick 288, Tommy Lamb on 184, Darren Morrison 168, Mark Proctor 108, Raz Harper on 98, Tom Bland 76, Dan Burgess on 64, Jamie Allen on 54, Aaron Kirby on 52. And then in the AMS, it's Peter Woodmore leading the championship from 401 points from Adrian Hadfield on 379, Chris Thorpe 311, Sean Clark 281, John Johnston 250, Joshua Simon 203, Dave Clark on 186, Michael Elms on 67, James Smith 65, Andy West on 60, Kevin Randall on 58, and Taz Weber on 46. Oh, it's been a great season. It's been a fantastic season. Last time we was here, we was going left through that section of the circuit. This time we've just got this little chicane-esque sequence of corners with the big curves on. But I dare say if people try to go side by side or fancy a lunge down there, will spend most of their time in with the theories. So that is qualifying over. Get the grid. So Dan Whelan leads the way on pole position from 8. Ronenberg, Dan Burtless, Ryan Dudley 4th. Lee Rylands in 5th, Tony Lamb in 6th, Mark Proctor 7th, Adrian Hadfield in 8th, Peter Woodmore in 9th, Michael Elms 10th, John Johnston 11th, Sean Clark in 12th place. Ooh, this is going to be a taster indeed. Give me a driver, give me a view. Here we all are, ready to go. Race 1 of the final race of the final season. Oh. Ooh, we're waiting on the lights, we're waiting on the flag. Although it's on countdown.
Bibbidi bobbidi boobidi.
Not quite sure what we're waiting for. Oh, we're waiting for him just to grid up. Waiting on Sean Clark as well. We're gridding now. I was like, oh, what have I done? I thought I pressed the pause button or something. There we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Dan William on pole. Get us away. Go, he's going mad with his flag. We're away at Donnington Park. It's finals night in the GR86s. This is going to be a race and a half. State Ronenberg looks to have a look around the outside, and it is Dan Burtless in 3rd, still Ryan Dudley 4th. Michael Elms has gone with Adrian Hadfield has crashed into turn 1. Dan Williams still leading the way. 8 Ronenberg moves himself up into 2nd place. We know how they can race toe to toe. They've been doing it all season. Ryan Dudley having a look right on the back door of Dan as well. Nowhere to go for Ryan Dudley so far. 20 minutes, got a long way to go. Got a very long way to go. And Lee Rylands is on the back in the black and white machine there. There's Peter Woodmore not too far behind either. And the RSD machine tracking the top 4. Let's just have a look and see what happened to Michael Elms and Adrian Hadfield, who both crashed, I believe, into turn 1. Pretty clean so far. Cannonball! That's what happened there. Just a little late. A little late on the brakes, and that's Sean Clark in the pits as well. And it's still Dan Wareham leading the way from 8 Ronenberg. Dan Burt's Ryan Dudley. Ryan Dudley 1.4 is the gap. That looks like a drive-through penalty as well for Sean Clark, who now exits the pits. And it's already going to be looking like a lap down. So. Already a lap. Let me get on the gyro of Mr. Dodge, Mr. Ryan Dudley. You know he's got amples of pace. You know he can side by side race with Dan Wareham as well to get close enough. Dan Burtless is a new driver in the league as Dudley looks to break It's a little bit later than Dan. Dan taking a little bit of grass there as well. Under pressure. I think he just needs to keep his eye on the car in front rather than the car behind. Ryan Dudley got a good tight apex there as well. Got an excellent run. Gonna go side by side here with Dan. Dan start finish straight. Has got the inside line for the right hander. A little bit of a door up. And it is a big clamping in the curb, and then we knew it. I called it as well. I did say it. If you're going to be brave going side by side through there, you will catch that curb and it will fire you straight off the circuit. It did happen, and that gets Sean Clark on the back then of Ryan Dudley. Sean Clark has got the speed. Then that just moves Lee Rylands up one spot into 4th place. He's now on the back of Dan Burtis. And just behind these pair is Tony Lamb in the Toto Wolf machine, and Mark Proctor and Peter Woodmore. 5th, 6th and 7th as the M&M machine looks to make a move on the Toto Wolf machine. Not quite. Championship leader there in the Woodward machine. Freddie Ams is right on the back door. May look to get an early move. So a little switch, kept it out wide right, wide left. M&M machine getting a move done as well. Up the inside of the Toto Wolf machine. Has got the inside line for the right hander. But he can run it out wide as well into the... it's pretty wide, that corner. Looks like Peter Woodmore got an excellent run. And he's going to make it 3 wide. 3 wide. Will do well. And the M&M machine has got the inside line. He's going to drive it right around the outside. What a fantastic move. And the Mercedes sponsored driver there, showing Hamilton how it should be done. That was a fantastic move. And Peter Woodmore getting the move done on the M&M machine as well. Not brave enough. It wasn't brave enough. Still showing the nose. Nowhere to go yet. Great racing. Great racing indeed. Dan Wareham still leading the way. Although he's off onto the grass. There's Ronenberg. He is down in 2nd place. Dan Burtis as well. I think it's Ryan Dudley now. He's down 6 positions in 10th. He has literally got 15 and a bit minutes to close the gap. He is some 21 seconds, well, I say 19 seconds off the podium as it sits. He's got fresh air. We know he's got pace. There's there 21 seconds. That's 21 seconds to 1st place. That is off, but he's only 19.6 off Dan Burtis, who is currently sitting in 3rd place. Ryan Dudley a little excursion a little earlier on. So we'll keep an eye on his progress down 6 into 10th. I know it's quicker than the other guys in front, but we shall see. As Mr. Johnston getting on up 2 into 9th place. He's 1.5 off the back of the Fanatec sponsored driver Michael Elms. And Mark Proctor is a further 6 seconds down the road as these two swap positions again. Peter Woodmore and Mark Proctor. M&M machine not giving it up easy on finals night. 4 points matter. It's Woodmore. There's a look down the inside, not quite quick enough. Brave though. Go side by side through the sequence corners. Will have the inside line for the next right hander. If he's brave enough. Be a big late break. Nowhere to go. The M&M machine just doing enough. But while these two are scrapping away, giving Tony Lamb, Mercedes sponsored driver, the impetus to just drive off down the road. We've got Lee Rylands is just falling off the back now of Dan Burtis, about 1.9 seconds. Eric Ronenberg is now right on the back door by 43 thousandths of a second on Dan Wareham. Is that close? You get the inside of that curve, it will drag you around and it will probably make you go sideways. I've done it a few times myself. But Dan Wareham got an excellent drive out there. It's gone from 43 thousandths of a second to 1.3 seconds the gap. So, different driving styles for the drivers. Probably different gear selections as well. As Ronenberg is bringing that gap down by tenths of 2. It's down at 1.1. Driving it out the corner really well. Now we're down to a second. Down gear, letting the car do it. Not much braking there for Ronenberg. Not much braking at all. Kind of down geared it, let the car slow itself down through that sequence of corners. That has brought Dan Burtish on his back door by less than a second. He's currently sitting in 3rd place still. Ryan Dudley still in 10th place. He's got the best part of 12 and a bit minutes now as Ryan Dudley trying to make any inroads on Eric Ronenberg. Needs all the points he can get. You know he's done it before. Did it around Watkins Glen last season. But it just wasn't enough. Wasn't meant to be in his title fight with Dan Wareham. Don Johnston closing that gap just a little bit now, these two. Ryan Dudley on the back door of the governor. That is Mr. Tanzo himself as Don Johnston runs a little wide there. This is for position as well. Down the inside goes Ryan Dudley. That move is signed, sealed, delivered. Gets the move done on the governor. Next man will be Michael Elms in the Fanatec sponsored machine. Oh, I up. Where's Mr. Fanatec gone? He disappeared for a second. What's happening with my battle box? Don't know what's happening here. Probably because he keeps lagging. Keeps disappearing. We've got a ghost car on circuit, and it is Michael Elms. And he keeps disappearing. He's probably got a connection issue or ping issue. One may never know. You can see his tyre marks. We've just got, there you go, there he is. Just can't see the car. That's why my battle box was glitching like a trooper. And he's gone again. There you go, Peepo. That'll be one to watch out for Ryan Dudley. There's no worse than watching a car lagging or blipping in front of you. You know, just got to concentrate on a circuit more than the car in front then at that point. Next one, and it is. We've just seen it. I just seen it moving. Just seen it switching over. Eric Ronenberg, championship leader in the pros, has got that move done. He's now ahead of Dan Wareham with a 1:16.6. Michael Elms and Ryan Dudley making a meal of that. Sean Clark went off circuit. So, I do believe this victory may confirm, put the nail in the coffin for Ryan Dudley and in his pursuit of Eric Ronenberg. 9 minutes left of this race. Unless Dan Wareham and Dan Burtish can make inroads on him there. As Dan Wareham's all over the back now, the 117 machine. Team Simtech have been phenomenal this season. They was super phenomenal last season. They just get better and better. Ryan Dudley has got that move done. He's now up into 8th place. Dan Wareham fancy little move here. Now thought about it. Let's have a look at Ryan Dudley. He's down now 4. He fires it wide out. Right. Well, he's got a 3-car train in front of him as well. So that will bring him up into the into 5th. If he can get there or thereabouts, because they're scrapping like troopers. Ryan Dudley's doing 1:19s last time around, but he was in the fight with Michael Elm, so this lap will be significantly quicker. I do believe. Had a bit of a yawn on there, one does apologise. Eric Ronenberg still leading the way. Dan Burtish still in 3rd, where he's been most of this race. And Lee Rylands in 4th, up 1. Tony Lamb is in 5th. There's Mark Proctor and the Whitworth machine still battling it out side by side. That's why Dudley now. Sean Clark is in a battle with Adrian Hadfield and Michael Elms. Is still lagging around the circuit. His name in lights keeps going black, white, black, white, black, white. Not sure that is the way. Now it's Peter Woodmore getting the move done on the M&M machine. Let's go, Mr. Woodmore. Woot woot. Ryan Dudley not too far behind these. 3.9, 3.8. And gap coming down pretty quick on my telemetry board, ladies and gentlemen. Coming down pretty quick indeed. Let's go, Mr. Dodds. Let's go. Close it down now. It was when I used to race in. When I met Ryan Dudley, when I used to race for a team called Next Gen. That's where I met him in the Trophy McGann League. And he was Dud's CF14 back in the PlayStation days. Then he made the jump to iRacing, became a bit of an icon in the iRacing world. The Duds. So yeah, and he absolutely marvelled around Suzuka in the Trophy McGanns, right? And then he got dubbed Dudzuka, because he was phenomenal. It was literally phenomenal. What's that gap now? It is 4.76 according to my board. But we shall see. Eric Ronenberg still leading away from Dan Wareham and Dan Burtlers as well. Dan Burtlers is only a second off the lead in this trio. And that is Lee Rylance has been fourth. Had a fantastic season in the RSD machine. It has been there or thereabouts all season. Definitely want to watch out for next season. He's been mixing it up with the big boys as well. Been absolutely fantastic. It is reverse grid race, next race out for 25 minutes, the reverse grid. Going to be fantastic to see. Everybody racing for points. Cash prizes up for grabs as well. So, been phenomenal. Clark and St. James been absolutely fantastic sponsors, promoting small businesses across multiple networks and telemetry as well with your racing telemetry needs. They can get you all sorted out for that. Be sure to go check them out. Would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. 36 thousandths of a second. Dan Wareham all over the back of Eric Ronenberg. No quarter given between these two. I didn't know. I only learned a couple of seasons. I think it was a season ago that Eric Ronenberg is actually a Simtech racing driver as well, but he likes to race in cars. Don't know how true that is. It's just what I heard via wire, but one may never know. They were running it to the extremity of the circuit with Dan Wareham. Not losing any speed either, although Eric Ronenberg took the tighter line as well. Just showing his nose in the mirrors of Eric Ronenberg's car there. Later on the brakes as well, pulls him straight up onto the gearbox of that GR86. And clamping the curve just slows him down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Dan Burt's still there. He will take any freebies given, will Dan? He would love a freebie, and it looks like he's going to get a freebie there. He's going to get it all out of shape there for Dan Wareham. Through this sequence of corners, Dan Burt's may have the advantage here as well through the first right and left. Twice I've got the corners wrong around here, and right round the outside as well. Little bit of a door bang there. Dan Burt's moves himself up into second place. Fox's car right in the middle of the circuit, cuts the door. No shall pass, says Dan Burtis in his pursuit now of Eric Ronenberg. Up second place goes Dan Burtis. Fantastic little bit of racing driver. Ryan Dudley is still in 8th place and he's now 2 seconds. Made that 1.9 off the back of Proctor. He has got 4 and a bit minutes to go. Top 5 is probably his best shot right now. Might do him good stead in the reverse grid race though, but he probably would have wanted more points. That side by side cost him into the final 2 corners of this circuit. Did say it, we did call it in practice, did we not? So we've got Proctor, Woodmore and Lamb to deal with within the next 3 minutes. chance at what would have been. I do feel for him. He's always been there or thereabouts. As Ryan Dudley. I think he has won a championship on iRacing. I think he won one with the DSC boys. I think it was a GT3 championship. He won. Does love a good GT3 or GT4. Then we did try a Radical League as well. That was pretty good. Started off pretty good. What's that gap now? It's down at 1.2. Coming closer. It's getting closer. Let's see what Dan Burtis is doing. It's 1.1 off the back of Eric Ronenberg and Dan Wareham. Just a little bit further back. 74 thousandths of a second is Dan Wareham off the back of Dan Burtis. As the cards come in, the track will get colder. That means the tyres will get colder as well. Got to keep a rhythm going around here. But this Ryan Dudley is now getting a bit of slipstream off the back of that M&M machine. He will be getting just a little bit of slip. Not too much, but just a bit. Later on the brakes again is Ryan Dudley, big banging at the curves. Got a good run out of there as well. If he gets a slingshot straight off this M&M machine, it will give him a good run on the back of Peter Woodmore as well through this sequence. I'm not quite sure he will get the Fanatec car. We are 18:39 into this race. So it's now or never for Ryan Dudley, and it looks like he got an excellent run out of turn 1. This move should be signed, sealed, delivered through sector 1. He's got his nose, he's got his car in front as well, and he is on the middle of the circuit for the right-hander as he brings himself onto the back of Peter Woodmore, the next victim for Ryan Dudley. Peter Woodmore is up 3 into 6th place, and Tony Lamb is just 2.5 ahead. So we will keep an eye on that gap. We don't want to miss any winners like we missed them last time. We just caught them going over the line last time. So we're not missing none today. This could be the final lap. It is. The white flag is out. Gary has got his flag out. It is the final lap of the race. What has Ryan Dudley got then in the bag? Now he's on the back of Woodmore. He's in the slipstream as well. He won't want a repeat performance of what he tried to do in race in the opening few corners, as the M&M machine took a bit of evasive action. Not to plough into the back of Ryan Dudley. That is the white flag still for these drivers. Ryan Dudley right under the gearbox, just pulls out the slipstream now. Dan heading down into turn 1. Late on the brakes. Tell that lady was on the brakes. They just drove past Peter Woodmore. He has got this lap. I don't think he'll catch the next car of Tony Lamb, who is away. Mercedes sponsored driver, the Toto Wolf liveried machine. But it is Eric Ronenberg. Stellar performance, and that is Dan Wareham and Dan Burtis going side by side as we head down the back straight. This one is not for the faint-hearted. Who has got the biggest cojones and who's going to stay away from the curb? Dan Wareham gets that move done, but it's Eric Ronenberg taking in the opening victory on finals night in his continuation of domination in the league. There you go, Eric Ronenberg victory. Dan Burtis comes home in second. Dan Wareham, what happened to Dan Wareham there? Dan Wareham finishes in third. Dan Burtis in second place. Lee Rylands comes home for fourth. There's Ryan Dudley and Tony Lamb. Not happening. Ryan Dudley will come home in 6th place. Well, he was down the order. He was down in 12th. So on a track like this, 6th place, probably the best he could have got. Yeah, he's not an happy man. Writes his car off. He's not impressed. Not impressed indeed. Wow.
Well done, Eric.
And we got it all to do again. 25 minutes reverse grid race around here. Just waiting on the results to come through for clarification. Then we have got a little teaser for you for season 7. As soon as everybody is through and across the line, we will get the results. So Eric Ronenberg by 2.2 seconds takes the victory over Dan Burtis and Dan Wareham. Rounding out your podium positions, Lee Rylands in 4th, Tony Lamb 5th, Ryan Dudley in 6th, great recovery drive, Pete Woodmore 7th, Mark Proctor in 8th, John Johnston 9th, Michael Elms riding out your top 10, Adrian Hadfield and Sean Clark 11th and 12th respectively. So, that was decent. Decent. And as I said, a little teaser for season 7, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it up for you. Let's have a look what season 7's got in store. Whoa!
DJ
Yeah.
Easy run this show.
We don't need to see that. We got the video of YouTube, we did. But that is season 7. Already taking names. Get involved on Tanzo Racing Group on Discord, Tanzo Racing Group on Facebook, or www.tanzoracing.uk on their webpage. Oh! Season 7 looks interesting. There is out on circuit. Dan Wareham getting some more practice in as well. Michael Elms, let's hope his lag doesn't continue or his ping dropping or whatever it was. He was having a game of now you see me, now you don't. Seems to be running alright. The Fanatec driver right now. How long have we got? We've got 2 minutes left. Tell you what, my bathroom isn't that far. I'll be right back. I told you it wasn't that far. I'm back. I'm back as promised. I'll just like to take this little time to thank everybody for watching the stream. I hope you have enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I won't be doing season 7. Yeah, we'll leave it at there. So yeah, unfortunately, it's been an absolute pleasure. I have absolutely enjoyed commentating on this, and I hope you've enjoyed the streams as well. It's been an absolute pleasure, like I said. So thank you for Mr. Johnston for giving me the opportunity. I've really enjoyed it. I'm not going away forever, so hopefully I'll be back probably season 8, season 9. One may never know. I may never know. If you'll have me back, that is. Would be nice. We will see. I haven't even done any racing this season, to be honest. Even in my free time, whatever time I've got, I haven't even been in the rig. The only time I'm in my rig is to do this. So yeah, do the commentary. So yeah, I've absolutely loved it. So let's go. Get the grid. So Ryan Dudley on pole position from Tony Lamb. Lee Ryan is in third. Dan Wareham fourth. Dan Burton fifth. 8th. Ronenberg will start 6th. Peter Woodmore 7th. Mark Proctor 8th. John Johnston 9th. Michael Elms in 10th. Adrian Hadfield in 11th. Sean Clark in 12th. Ooh, tasty. Ryan Dudley then will take pole, and he will be open for the best. 25 minutes in a semi-reverse grid. He has got cars behind him that could do him a favour depending on how the start goes. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4, 5. We are away. 25 minutes on the clock. And already Dan Wareham saving his way through the field. 8 Ronenberg looks to follow him through. Not going to happen. Dan Wareham already up to 7th place. Dan Burch already up into 3rd. 2 positions up already for the pit. 8 Ronenberg up 1 into 5th. Oh, we've got cars going round. That is Dan Burch and down the order. Right down the order. And Sean Clark as well. That pushed him down 6 positions. Dan Burch went off. Not quite sure if that was coming together or what, but we will have a look very shortly as the field sorts itself out. There's Ryan Dudley leading away from Dan Wareham. Lee Rylands then up to 3rd. Peter Woodmore up 3 into 4th. In the workroom machine, these 3 had a decent fight in race 1. Tony Lamb as well had a decent race. Apart from the car lagging out, it wasn't too bad at all. Eric Ronenberg not made any inroads. He's still in 6th place. But we know he will just take his time, find his groove, and he will be no doubt on the podium come end of this race. I do foresee the future, and the way it's been going for Eric Ronenberg has been a phenomenal season. Adrian Hadfield and Michael Elm swapping positions. The NGR machine getting that move done down the outside, and there you go. Dan Burt has got an excellent run through that sequence of corners and might get a 2 for 1 here with Dan. Might get a 2 for 1. Does he do? He does as well. He's got the Fanatec machine through the corners, and he's got that much of a good run on it. He got the NGR machine by the end of the straight into turn 1. Phenomenal move for Dan Burtis. Fantastic bit of racing. Has been a breath of fresh air with Dan this season. Came in a little late into the season, but shown his intent. Has got it in the bag as well. So it's Simtech 1-2 from Lee Rylands and 8. Ronenberg then gets 2 positions. He's now up into 4th and on the back of Lee Rylands. What happened to Dan Burtish? Because he did go off and he's now down 3 into 8th. Not quite sure what happened to Dan, but we'll take a look. Looks like just a run out. Looks like he ran out wide in a turn 1. It's easily done in the slipstream of others. Slipstream isn't really that good around here until you're literally within a tenth of the car in front. Then it will have an effect and start pulling you about. But then when you pull out of the slip and you go on the brakes, the overspeed just seems to come from nowhere, to be honest. It really does. And Mark Proctor having a look as he runs wide out of turn 1 on the back of Tony Lamb. Fastest lap at the moment, Mark Proctor, 1:17.38, faster than the cars in front. So, faster than all the cars in front, shall we say. Is the M&M machine. So, good turn of pace, whether it be slipstream or natural pace, one may never know. But it's faster than the rest of the circuit. There's Tony Lamb doing 1:18. Adrian Hadfield not seen much of the NGR machine. Had another good season, always been in the mix, always puts on a stellar fight as well as the NGR racing driver. That's just been quietly going about his business. And Sean Clark of Clark St James as well. Sponsors of the league. Yeah, it did look like it was. I was going to call it, but the way that looked to me, it didn't look like it was going to go sideways, but did literally end up going sideways. So yeah, recovery again. Clark St James. Nick was Mr. Johnston, who had a bright smile under his helmet as he picks up a free bit. Everybody loves a free bit. So Sean Clark and down into 12th. Eric Ronenberg is now up and right on the back door. He's only 2.8 seconds off Ryan Dudley and Dan Wareham. Scrap just in front. He's got Lee Rylands, who has been in the mix and had a phenomenal season. had a phenomenal season. And none so better than 8 Ronenberg. I think the 8 Ronenberg is probably his best season so far in the GR86s. I met him in the Group 3, as I met Scott Costigan as well in the Group 3. And we did a race once, and I clipped him into the first corner on the opening race. Then we had a reverse grid race, opposite sides of the circuit. I ended up clipping him again. I was like, this guy's going to really hate me. But, it wasn't that bad. It was just the irony that when you go around the corner, a bunch of cars across, you go around that to avoid it, and I didn't. And I just seen Dan Wareham showing his nose to Ryan Dudley there in the sim check, boys. Pretty evenly matched, these two. Same lines being taken through there. Only Slipstream keeping him within touching distance as well. Ryan Dudley keeping the defensive line here, forcing Dan Wareham to go to the left. There you go. Now he slightly moves his car over to the left, but keeping it in the middle of the circuit, giving no quarter for Dan Wareham to get a run on him. Ryan Dudley, I don't know if he's got it in the mix to hold this up for a good 19 minutes, but we shall see as Eric Ronenberg puts in a 1:16.76. Dan Wareham's in a 1:16.99s now as well. So pace is eating up. I think if Eric Ronenberg dispatches Lee Rylands pretty sharpish, he will be on the back of Dan Wareham and Ryan Dudley in a space of around 2 laps. With the sort of pace they've got, you see Dan Wareham having a look at Ryan Dudley, nowhere to go yet. This move might be coming down the start-finish straight. Well, down the back straight, should I say, heading in towards the start-finish straight. He has got a bit of slip as well. Just pulls out a little bit early there, I thought. He's got a bit more of the circuit to go. He'll just tuck back in, heading down towards the right left. Big curbs being taken here from Eric Ronenberg as well. Still not quite close enough yet. And that is Peter Woodmore and Mark Proctor. Mark Proctor is quicker than Woodmore at the moment, heading down in towards turn 1. M&M Machine versus the Woodrow Machine. These three, same as they were in race 1. I think it was the M&M Machine who had the better run. And Dan Burtless on his recovery drive is down 3s into 8th place. He is in the 1:17.0s right now, so quicker than the top 4. But not, hasn't quite lit up the timing means with the 1:16s that he's shown earlier on. Ronenberg has dispatched Lee Rylands. I've just seen it come out as it goes side by side through that sequence of corners as well. Has got the inside line down towards the back straight. Puts off the corner. Gets a good apex as well. But Lee Rylands just tucks right under his rear wing. That is the M&M Machine as well as Mark Proctor having a look at the Whitworth Machine of Peter Woodmore. We have seen people go side by side here before getting it all wrong, but these two think better of it. And they'll just race it down in towards turn 1 as Lee Rylands on the back of 8 Ronenberg. Will he be paid a favour heading down in towards turn 1? Not quite. Not quite indeed. It's still Dan Wareham and Ryan Dudley. Ray Gunner in. 2nd and 3rd in the championship. That way. And the other way round last season. It was Dan Wareham, then Ryan Dudley in the championship. Fighting it out. Mark Proctor entered the pit lane. It might be a drive-through penalty, right? It says he went off circuit, just a little wide off circuit. That'll give Dan Wareham the impetus to keep the pressure on. He's got to keep nimble. Might want to just focus on his lines, keeping his eye on the circuit up front with Ryan Dudley rather than the pressure behind him. Races his own lines. Use his mirrors rather than go in behind. Side by side again. Just pulled out of it. Oh, that was freaking phenomenal save from Ryan Dudley there. Absolutely phenomenal save. Ryan Dudley, you're going to give me an heart attack, lad. Jesus Christ. Phenomenal save. Went iron wide on the curbs. got a little unsettled, went tank slappering sideways. And Eric Ronenberg has done Dan Wareham. Not quite sure if he got the run on him there or what, but Dan Wareham was a little bit to the left of the circuit as Eric Ronenberg come through with the overspeed. So, it's Eric Ronenberg versus Ryan Dudley, 2 championship contenders. This is where Ryan Dudley wanted to be in race 1. I reckon he would have wanted his teammates to do a bit of a favour as well, just hold up Eric Ronenberg, but wasn't to be. That's Dan Burtis getting on. He's now up. He's down 2 from 3. He's up into 7th, placing on the back of Mark Proctor and Tony Lamb. Eric Ronenberg, 51 thousandths of a second off the back of Ryan Dudley, and Lee Ryland's hanging on really well to the rear wing of Dan Wareham. And the rest of the field ain't that too far behind. I'm not quite sure what if Dan Wareham's got an issue with his car, but dropping places is Dan Wareham. Not quite sure what the issue is there. Not heard nothing on pit lane. It looked pretty easy for Lee Rylands. Tony Lamb has lost a spot to, and that's why. The Mercedes driver away with the Furies and falling down the order. Mark Proctor then up 3 into 5th. Peter Woodmore up 1 into 6th. Dan Burtis gets a freebie as well, just 2.2 off the back of Woodmore. Adrian Hadfield then moves up into 8th place. Michael Elms, not seeing much of the Fartech driver this evening, is in 9th. John Johnston moves up into 10th place. Tony Lamb, yep, I think he might have an issue with that car. Sean Clark is just running around there in 12th place. But Ryan Dudley side by side and down towards the chicane. Looks like Mr. Ronenberg got a great exit out of that sequence of corners as well. Right on the back door now of Ryan Dudley. Pulls it out wide. Looks for the old switcheroo. Ryan Dudley parks it on the apex. Nowhere to go for Eric Ronenberg. Ryan Dudley's just got to do what he did to Dan Wareham. Park it in the middle of the circuit and hope for the best. Quite sure he can do it for the next 13 and a bit minutes. But we shall see. I feel like putting the song on. The heat is on. Would have been a great song for this type of racing between these 2 title contenders. Season 6 has been absolutely phenomenal, like I said before. We've seen cars on the roofs, we've seen wheels going up in the air, 2 up, 2 down, especially through what was it, Snetterton? That was one to have. That was one to be on, that at Snetterton. Ryan Dudley's lost his impetus, he's lost the inside low, he hasn't. Ronenberg just pulled out of that. I don't think Ryan Dudley would have done. Big clambering of the curves. Dan Wareham off circuit, running it out wide as well. The M&M machine not too far behind, running around that.
You can get past them now.
Quite sure who's getting past. I've been impressed with him so far. The last 2 races is Lee Rylands, and the last week as well, he's had a phenomenal run. They're all thereabouts. The front 2 are doing 116s of the best, and 117s as Lee Rylands then moves in front of Eric Ronenberg into 2nd place. Now Dan Wareham wants to do the same, just give Ryan Dudley a few points over Eric Ronenberg. I'm not quite sure how the point system works, what points you get for 1st and 2nd and all that. I really should know, but I don't. But any points taken off Eric Ronenberg at this point of the race would be very welcome for Ryan Dudley. Lee Rylands, as I was saying, has been phenomenal this season, mixing it up with the big boys willy-nilly, not afraid to get his elbows out. So definitely one vote for 1 or 2 with votes for many drivers for a driver of the season. He's been there all season, phenomenal. So 1.5 now off the back of Ryan Dudley's Eric Ronenberg, and Dan Wareham is in 4th where he started. Mark Proctor is up 3 into 5th. The Woodward machine of Peter Woodmore is in 6th. Dan Burtish is closing down steadily on Peter Woodmore. Adrian Hadfield is in 8th. All on his own in the NGR machine. And then Michael Elms in the Fanatec sponsored machine is in 9th. John Johnston is in 10th place. The governor, Mr. Tanzo himself, does all his promotional work, does all his intros, does all his own, does it all as the governor. It's absolutely phenomenal. The man to see if you want to get involved in the GR86 league. I would highly recommend it if you're looking to join any league, starting off anyway. Definitely get involved. Sean Clark and St James is in 11th place, up 1 position. And Tony Lamb, oh, as he runs it out wide in turn 1. Runs it out wide. Ryan Dudley then has still got a little bit of a gap from Lee Ryan. It's now 1.15. 8 Ronenberg is at 1.4 off the back of Ryan Dudley. He has got 8 Ronenberg to contend with. No slouches to Ronet. Pretty tasty affair indeed. There you go. 8 Ronenberg retakes 2nd place off Lee Rylands. Line sealed, delivered. Dan Wareham in the mix. A watching brief. But we know Lee Rylands not give it up easy. Retakes 2nd place. Dan Wareham on the back, riding the rear wing of 8 Ronenberg. Around the outside for Lee Rylands, that's a phenomenal move. That was a phenomenal move. Cody not scared to get his elbows out is Lee Rylands. Didn't give that place up, went side by side. Eye wide and handsome. Around the outside of 8 Ronenberg. There you go, slipstream just bringing them in, bringing a little bit togetherness. Better run out of there as well. Dan Wareham watching brief. Trying to catch what the pit lane was saying there, couldn't quite get that. I've enjoyed the pit lane. Has been good this season. Catching what they're saying on the wall. Really good to see. Good to hear as well. Who is our next closest battle at the moment? Dan Burtish is 1.8 off the back of Mark Proctor. The Thunder from down under, Mr. Bartush, if I'm even saying his name right, Bartush, whatever it is. Big Dan, call him Big Dan. The Thunder from down under has been really good this season. The races he's been in so far. Oh, we've got a freeway fight up the front. 8 Ronenberg is dragging Dan Wareham through. We've just seen that move appearing, but Lee Rylands not giving it up around the outside as well. Seems to have the better pace around the outside there. Not quite close enough as 8 Ronenberg to get that move done on Lee Rylands either. But he is dragging Dan Wareham around with him. This is just giving Ryan Dudley the impetus to pull out a 3.5 second lead over Lee Rylands, a 3.8 and a 4.3 over Dan Wareham. So he's doing enough. He's doing enough with around 6 minutes left to go with this race is Ryan Dudley. But maybe a little bit too late. That mistake in race 1 definitely cost him, I feel. Definitely cost him. He knew what he wanted to do and he knew where he needed to be. But catching that curb, like we said in practice, 2x2 through there, you've got to get it lined up precise. And we know how unforgiving that sequence of corners is. And it just cost the championship contender probably a championship. But, you know, one may never know what would have been for Ryan Dudley. But it's Dan Wareham all over the back of Lee Rylands and 8 Ronenberg. Now 8 Ronenberg fancies the outside line. So does Dan Wareham as well. Is he going to lose 2 positions here, Lee Rylands? It looks like he is. That outside line seems to be the favourite. 8 Ronenberg must have been sizing him up. Eye wide and handsome on them curves again. Seems to be the faster line as well. But Lee Rylands took none of them curves and got an excellent run. And Dan Burtish is catching Mark Proctor as well. How long have we got left? We have got just, well, we'll say 5 and a squidge minutes. Now, 8 Ronenberg is 4.6 off the back of Ryan Dudley. But he is bringing Dan Wareham along for the ride. And Lee Rylands as well. So, barring any mistakes, we'll keep an eye on the time. Now 4.7. I wouldn't write him out either. He's down where as well. There he is. Ryan Dudley is doing the 117s. Eddie Ronenberg last time around did a 118, but that was overtaking cars. 117 down where was in the slip as well. That gap now down to 4.3 seconds. And that's what 4.3 seconds looks like from 8 Ronenberg's view. See his rival just down the road as they cross start finish straight. And while they do that, we shall take a look at the governor. Down one position in 10th place. Running around on his own, he's got 8 seconds to catch this guy, Michael Elms, in the Fanatec sponsored machine. There is 5 seconds behind Adrian Anfield. He's having a good race in the NGR machine. He's up 3 positions in 8th place. And Peter Woodmore, the leader in the championship, is 15 seconds down the road. 2 seconds behind Dan Bartos. Mark Proctor is 1.1 ahead of Dan. And only 1.8 behind Lee Rylands. All this fighting this trio have done here has kept other drivers in touch. So, how close it's been all season. No matter where you are on the circuit, whether you're up the front, in the middle, down the back, you've always got a fight on your hands. I did remember when we started off season 6, it was around 20 odd drivers on opening night. It was phenomenally mental to cover everyone and get it all done within the time frame when the gridding, and yeah, it was mental but enjoyable nonetheless. Obviously I have to work the cameras, I have to work the cameras, the drivers, the timing and all that. I'm using this iRacing live timing software, which is pretty tasty to be fair. I'm new to using the software. It's been really good fun, really good learning curve to be honest. It's been really good. Only away for a short while. I'll be back. Bigger and better than ever. Now, what is the gap? It is 3.4 seconds. That gap has come down. So a second has come out of the time from Ryan Dudley to 8 Ronenberg within the space of a lap and a bit. 2 minutes to go of this race. He's going to need 1.5 seconds over Ryan Dudley per lap just to get on his rear wing. Or probably 2 seconds of that. We're no capable of doing 116s. They've all done it. The top 3 have all done 116s. Last time around, Ryan Dudley was a 117.98. 8 Ronenberg 117.21. Dan Wareham did a 117.27. So can be done. It can be done. Is that Mark Proctor on the back? Not quite, but Dan Burtless can get up another spot. Remember, he was up there with the big boys, mixing it up with the top 3, had that route, and then right down the order. But he's brought himself back up into 6th position, and he is right on the back door of Mark Proctor. So maybe able to get another position. I think we might get one more lap out of this race, but one may never know. We'll just see who's coming out through the final. Just going through the sweepers here as we head up to the back straight. I think he's done enough as Mr. Dudley has done enough as Dan Wareham is having a look at the back of 8 Ronenberg there, and that is the M&M machine doing a bit of lawn mowing in the background there. There you go, just recovers, and Dan Burtis then moves up into 5th where he originally started. So a free bit. Let's just see if we are going to get another lap out of this race as Ryan Dudley crosses the line. It is the final lap. We do get one more lap. Dan Wareham is giving the lights to Eric Ronenberg. Not quite sure why. He's giving him the flash of the old beacons. One may never know. What happened to Dan Burles? He's pitted. What happened? Oh, it's a stop and go for Dan. That was unfortunate. More lights for Eric Ronenberg to contend with from Dan Wareham. More lights. Been nose to tail most of the race. Not sure if Dan Wareham early on had a bit of an issue with his setup or his car. But lost a few positions, then recharged and went again, and now he's on the back of 8 Ronenberg, so one may never know. Sean Clark left the pit lane, stop and go. Ryan Dudley, final 2 corners, turn 1 and 2, and through he comes to take second race victory here this evening. Congratulations to Ryan Dudley, well done my friend. 8 Ronenberg will come home second, Dan Wareham will come home in third. Wow, and that's how you end the race. We don't need these cars again. We won't need them again at all until season 7. But they'll be all repaired and freshened up by then. Wow. Wow, that was season 7. Season 6. Got season 7 on the cards. That was really, really good. Enjoyed that. Ryan Dudley then did get a victory. Probably wanted to close that gap down on the rest of the boys. One may never know. Just wait on the results to come through for clarification. Although we can see it there on the board. Wow, and there goes the governor across the line. Finishing 9th, the governor. Well done to the gov. Well, not long. Only what? 4 weeks is it until season 7 then? Is that January the 7th? Bring up them results for you. Don't want that. A little bit of a moment now. There you go, the feature results. Ryan Dudley takes a victory from Mike Ronenberg in 2nd place. Dan Wareham in 3rd, rounding out your podium positions. Lee Rylands in 4th. Peter Woodmore 5th. Adrian Hadfield in 6th. Dan is in 7th place, Michael Elms in 8th, John Johnston 9th, Mark Proctor around 90 top 10, Sean Clark is in 11th, and Tony Lamb was in 12th place. So, that is the end of season 6, and I do believe that Eric Ronenberg is the champ, if my maths are correct, but I think he is. He's had a 1st and a 2nd this evening. I think that was enough. Ryan Dudley needed to take 2 victories and have other cars around him. Did the favour, but wasn't to be. Wasn't to be. 8 Ronenberg, season 6 champion. Don't bank me on it, but I'm more than sure he is. More than sure he is. Been phenomenal. Absolutely fun. Season 7 starts on the 7th of January. Sure to get involved. I have been DSC Broadcasting. It has been a pleasure commentating on season 6. If you've enjoyed it, you want to get involved, Tanzo Racing Group's the place to be on Discord. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. This video is going across Facebook, YouTube and Twitch as well. It will be going over to Tanzo Racing Group on YouTube. So check them out as well. This will be downloaded and sent straight over to them as well. Let's just go and see the boys, see if they've got any last words before we finish off with season 6.
Up, just want something a bit different or something, you know.
Good evening, boys.
Evening, Kev.
Well,
Right.
that was a good way to send off season 6, what?
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed that. It was pretty tasty, to be fair. I mean, Duds, I think he went side by side into the final chicane and got it all kinds of wrong. Probably cost him his championship fight, finishing the way he did in race 1. Which was pretty unfortunate, but got a win in race 2 though. So
Yeah, I think Sean's just doing the points now.
Yeah.
I did say that 8 Ronenberg might have had this one. He had the first and the second this evening, so been been a pretty good season.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I did roll out the calendar, Mr. Johnston. I did tell him all the prizes. Is there anything else that we need to know heading into season 7?
No, mate, that was everything. It was just that video, just so that people know what.
Yeah, we did the vid. I'm going to redo the video as well at the end of this chat. So
Yeah.
Right. Standings are up. I'm just going to post them in Discord. I'll dump them in.
are you going in general or?
Oh yeah, we've got no season 6 anymore. What I'll do is there's a GR86 season S6 at the bottom of the general, just above race broadcasts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm in that chat already. Yeah.
Oh shit! Let's actually put the results in.
Oh, we're going to get the race results, ladies and gents. Oh, we know the results. We want to see the way they finished. That's what we're waiting on.
Right. So this is the first one's the standings, and you can use the tab to see pro and am, and the second one is the results.
Results is still there. Sean,
Sorry.
the results is still there on Series 6.
Oh, I get that.
Oh well, it's. Oh yes, it's further down.
Yeah, yeah, still there.
I'll put it in there as well.
Okay. Wow, 97 incident points for Eric Ronenberg, 125 for Ryan Dudley, 130 for Dan Wareham. Naughty boys. So Ryan Dudley claimed 74 points this evening, and Eric Ronenberg 85. So yeah, Dan Wareham moves up 1. Oh. The results. Yeah. So.
Let me see that.
So, Eric Ronenberg is the season 6 champion, yes?
Yes, Eric, yep. And
Wow.
Pros,
He is
Eric,
in the
Grant,
pros.
and Daniel, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations then to Eric Ronenberg. Took the crown off Dan Wareham with an excellent season 6. He has been phenomenal though this season, to be fair. He has had a good season as Eric Ronenberg. Definitely a worthy champion. Well, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Cheers, Kev.
Yeah, cheers.
I will be back at some point, but it's been an absolute pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. I'm going to get this video back up for season 7. Then I'm out of here. Have a good evening, boys.
All right, Kevin, thank you.
You're
Cheers,
welcome.
Kev.
See you
Cheers,
later.
bye.
We didn't want that. I wanted that. No, we'll turn that off. Don't need to see any more of that. Need to go back. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that anyway, boys and girls. So I certainly did. And if you did, I would really appreciate it. I'll drag and drop this. So I'm getting it off YouTube, you see, so bear with me. I'm gonna go old school, as we do. Drag it over there like that. Bosh it up, bosh it up. Season 7.
Just what you want.
Just what you want. Season 7 then is going to be tasty. Starts on the 7th of January. Not long to go. So get over there, get your name down. I've been DSC Broadcasting. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for everybody that's joined me and tuned in. I really do appreciate it. I'm out of here. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, act like you know it's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 This is how you start a fresh rap with a new track. Put your seatbelts on, prepare for the impact. In fact, I did that with less than a 6-pack. But don't drink and drive, cause it's easy to sense that. The beat a crash dummy, don't smile, ain't nothing funny. Learned a long time ago, you catch more bees with honey. My flow is like vinegar, ooh, that's nasty. I'm a goalie in the streets, ain't nothing her getting past me. Chemicals and acid in my pen when I write it. Let it seep into your ears, brain, skin, don't fight it. Relax yourself, let your conscience be free. I gave you the medicine, don't blame your stress on me. I kill a rapper on TV for the loot if you let me. Look at her, I'm a savage with a style so heavy. D, look at me, fresh as I can be. Casket clean, always draped up to the T. Ooh, it's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 Yeah. I walk inside your building, take over your whole facility. New sheriff in town, I don't know if you feeling me. Better listen up quick, pink slip in your mailbox. Feel like you was assaulted, I guess is what you tell cops. You're fired. When I fired the 45, you not fit for this position, the whole country tired. Never no more am I ever turn a blind eye. Pull them on the carpet, pull the facts, let me find out. The realest of the real, I'm the people's choice. I represent the people that ain't got a voice, or got a choice, or got a man. I'm here if you need me, I'm your backup plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. It's going down, I'm your captain. It's going down, I'm your captain. It's going down, I'm your captain. It's going down, I'm your captain now. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down.